All right, let's look at some more Daodejing. Let's look at, get up to it here. Let's look at verse 20. Verse 20 says, stop thinking and end your problems. What difference between yes and no? What difference between success and failure? Must you value what others value, avoid what others avoid? How ridiculous. Other people are excited as though they were at a parade. I alone don't care. don't care. I alone am expressionless, like an infant before it can smile. Other people have what they need. I alone possess nothing. I alone drift about, like someone without a home. I am like an idiot. My mind is so empty. Other people are bright. I alone am dark. Other people are sharp. I alone am dull. Other people have a purpose. I alone don't know. I drift like a wave on the ocean. I blow as aimless as the wind. I am different from ordinary people. I drink from the great mother's breast. It's good stuff. And in the notes section, Mitchell says about this phrase, the second line, what difference between yes and no? He tells a little story. Chao Zhou asked Nanchuan, what is the Tao? Nanchuan said, everyday mind is the Tao. Chao Zhou said, how can I approach it? Nanchuan said, the more you try to approach it, the faster away you'll be, the further away you'll be. But if I don't get close, how can I understand it? The master said, it's not a question of understanding or not understanding. Understanding is a delusion. Not understanding is indifference. But when you reach the unattainable Tao, it is like pure space, limitless and serene. Where is there room in it for yes or no? I think he's saying that yes and no is like a duality when there is no duality. There is only unity. There is only the Tao. This third phrase in the second part, I alone don't care. His notes say, I alone don't care. If good happens, good. If bad happens, good. And the line, I am like an idiot. It says, first you erase the blackboard, then you can write something new. You don't think, you don't know, you don't cogitate. You are just open to what is. In this line, second from the bottom, I am different from ordinary people. The note says, I am more ordinary. When I am hungry, I eat. When I am tired, I sleep. That's all. Kuei Shan said, after enlightenment, one is still the same as one was before. One is simply free from unreality and delusion. The ordinary person's mind is the same as the sage's, because original mind is perfect and complete in itself. After you have had this recognition, please don't lose it. Let's look now at verse 22. It's a good one. All right. 22 says, if you want to become whole, let yourself be partial. If you want to become straight, let yourself be crooked. If you want to become full, let yourself be empty. If you want to be reborn, let yourself die. If you want to be given everything, give everything up. The Master, by residing in the Tao, sets an example for all beings. Because he doesn't display himself, people can see his light. Because he has nothing to prove, people can trust his words. Because he doesn't know who he is, people recognize themselves in him. Because he has no goal in mind, everything he does succeeds. When ancient masters said, if you want to be given everything, give everything up, they weren't using empty phrases. Only in being lived by the Tao can you truly be yourself. That very first line, if you want to become whole, etc. The notes section says, unless you accept yourself, you can't let go of yourself. I'll repeat that. Unless you accept yourself, you can't let go of yourself. You're too unaccepting and involved to let go. That line in the middle of the middle stanza, because he doesn't know who he is. Notes say, from the standpoint of personality, he knows very well who he is. That is what allows him to use his personality. That is what allows him to use his personality for people's benefit rather than be used by it. But from the standpoint of his true self, there is nowhere to stand and no self to know. He doesn't know, he just is. Notice that phrase, no self. This is continual philosophical alignment, it seems, between Buddhism and philosophical Taoism. That second to last line, only in being lived by the Tao. Mitchell adds, this is what Paul of Tarsus meant by not I, but Christ in me. Or a more lighthearted vein, the little boy who, when his mother got annoyed, said, stop sneezing. He answered, I'm not sneezing. It's sneezing me. And that is today's Daodejing moment.